Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Brody's Live episode. This is going to be a little bit of a weird and different type of video. But I like Redstone in Minecraft, and I just wanted to show this off real fast. It's a computer, but not really. It just runs certain programs that I've already programmed into it, like menus. And if it looks a little funky like that, that's probably because I'm just recording this off of my camera pointed at my TV screen. The reason I'm doing that is because my Xbox does not want me to screen record. So when I go for some of the different systems this thing runs to actually function, that's when I'll actually be screen recording off of my computer. But running out of my Xbox, it will not let me screen record with audio or anything. So I'm just filming this off of my camera. But come over here to the power button, hit that. It should all come to life. See, it pops up. This little loading thing. And now it's all turned on. Now that always says 2:30. I am planning on hooking that up to a real clock to make it actually count with the time in the game. But yeah, so now it's on. So if I come over here and do a little right click on this little keypad thing, mouse pad, I get this menu which says main menu and power. So I can either hit the down button and go down to power, which you see the little dot move. Takes a while, but yeah, I can left click that and it'll turn the computer off, but I don't want to do that just yet. Let me go into main menu. That little X up there in that top corner, that is to close out this menu, but I'm not doing that just yet. So if I hit that on main menu, you can see that menu turns off and I get this, which is game and command. Command is really cool. I mean, you can only do 2 options right now, but hit command, and I'll show you the game plus AI. AI is just the yes and no and maybe type of thing, like a magic 8-ball kind of. But here's command, so it opens up this menu which says day and night. Oh, game's lagging really bad. This is why I don't like playing on Xbox. But if I go down to night, it'll take a second for it to load. Down to night, I hit enter, and I'll show you how all this stuff works because it's kind of cool. But as you can see, just till nighttime, I can go up, back to day. Okay, hit enter or left click. Now it's daytime again. Go up to that X. It takes way too long, but what am I gonna do? It's Minecraft. And that's close out that menu. Perfect. So now if I go right click, and then I'll go straight to left click, because it'll open up main menu. There we go. And now if I go down to game plus AI, it takes a second to go through all these menus. Game plus AI, hit that. I should get my next menu, which is AI and game, and then of course a little X to exit out of the page. AI is really, really simple. Let me just hit enter real fast, or left click. So the AI, it should pop up saying hello world. Because some of the first ever computers ever made, that was their main thing they would do was say hello world. So if I come down, because you can see the little dot is on the X. If I go down to ask, there we go. Just ask some basic questions or whatnot, but it should just give you a yes and no, and they'll smile or frown. So that would have been a no. Super basic, just randomizers. It's not actually AI, but I guess no again. But so that's really simple. The game I programmed in here is still kind of broken, but I'll show it anyways. So let me fast forward this part. Okay, now that I'm back on this menu, let me go down to game, hit enter, left click. I keep saying enter, that's left click. That's more of the enter button right there, but I get this menu. And it should automatically start the game. Unless it's broken. I think it's broken. You can see that little dot, it'll jump up and down. It's broken. Damn it! Of course, right when I go to demonstrate it, it decides to break on me. So let me power it down and power it back up. And then, so I'll show the powering down sequence. Now I'm powering it back on, and hopefully the game decides to work this time. So here I am back on the game menu, so let me click that and hopefully it decides to actually boot this time. I've been having this problem non-stop for a while now. Game's loaded. There we go. Hit the jump button. Hopefully I make it. Hopefully I make it. I made it. And I just hold the enter button until it comes back to restart. As you can see, I'm on level 1. Still have 3 hearts. Now I'll purposefully lose a life here, so I won't jump. There. I lost a heart, but I'm on the next level now, so that's cool. And you do this, I think, 5 times, and that's how you win. But as you can see, the main flaw, you can stand on the button and it stays up. So that's a problem by itself. Come on, please make it. Nope, lost the life there. Damn it. And after you die, it just restarts, which I think is another problem it's having. So let me see. So I should have died there. Okay, it does restart. Oh, not restarts, but exits you out. So yeah, that's how this all works. It's pretty cool. It's very simple on how this all works. But let me power it down real fast. To power it down. Oh, game's lagging. Of course. Oh, it's very broken right now. You can probably see why I haven't added mode to this. My game's just completely broken right now. Maybe I should have moved. Come on. This Xbox is also just a pile of crap. Well, let me wait till this does this. I don't want my camera dying. Okay, it's working again. Took about 5 minutes, but so behind, you can see it's actually really simple. And I got Redstone going everywhere. This is a very simple design, just thrown together to make it work. But let me see if I can kind of dissect this a little bit before I start showing some of the main features of it. Some stuff I figured out on my own because I couldn't find any YouTube videos about it. But so these red lines you see coming in with this yellow, this is what I call the boot drive. So when you hit the power button, it sends a signal here to this, drops an item, which I guess a hopper, and to this hopper, sends a signal, and that's what sends to the boot drive, which sends signals up to here. I don't remember exactly what line it is that sends the signal up. It looks like this one here, which turns on this display, which shows like the fake Windows thing with the loading. And then after this reaches the end, gets power to the end here, it sends a signal back through this whole mess of wiring. It's a nightmare. I've kind of simplified this design in my computer 4.0. This is the third version of this computer. But this sends signals back down, tells it to actually turn the computer on, turns the screen on, turns everything on. This black line you see going everywhere, that's the reset circuit. So if the computer's turned off like it is right now, you can see there's power going through this. And this is what resets everything. So like this, for example, I think is what turns on the game menu. Oh, it turns on... Yeah, so this wire here turns on the main menu, which shows commands, the game, and that type of stuff. Turns on this menu and shows all of that stuff. It also turns on these very simple mouse circuit. This is what tells the computer and you where you are on the screen. So it turns on these pixels, which shows you where you are on the screen. You can see the different pixels. So when I hit the up and down button, it changes this, which changes how many things are lit up or turned off in this case. And that's what powers that. And on this side it tells the computer, it's actually what tells the computer of what you're actually on. So if I come down to this one, you can kind of see how the command function works. So one of these is for daytime, so that one's night. This one's for day. You can of course have 15 of these if you want to have 15 different options on the screen, because that's how far Redstone signal goes. So you can have 14 options for weather, teleportation, any of that type of stuff that you do from this computer. You can see there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. That's probably why it's so laggy. But this is funky, and I still haven't completely figured this out. This is all for the game. This whole mess right here is all for the game. And the way that works is it has its own counter, which, if I can find that, yep, right here, which counts where these triangles are on the screen. And then, of course, this is the player, which can jump up and down. That runs off of its own circuit. And down here is what tells you if you've won, how many lives you have left, that type of stuff. It's very simple things, but to make it actually work is extraordinarily difficult. But I'm terrible at all kinds of different Redstone stuff, so this is the best I could figure out. And I've always wanted to build a computer, and this is as close as I'm probably ever gonna get to build a real Redstone computer. This can't do anything special. It can't calculate numbers. It can't do anything. It's just going through menus, which is still really cool by itself. But you can see I really like this mouse circuit. I use it on everything. It works really good. It's like I said, the way the screen works, it's just a huge Redstone screen. Redstone lamp screen, and I just have pistons and Redstone blocks to power and depower it. Now, you don't have to do it this way. I found you can use Redstone torches and make systems that way, but this is the best way I found to make like icons and like different menus, because it just looks the best. And Redstone's real simple to wire up like this. And I use a lot of these glass towers, Redstone towers. I don't think there's any observers in this entire build. There's no slime blocks. There's none of that. It's very basic Redstone for what it is. Lots of pistons which do reset circuits and all that stuff.